Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela and I received the rack that you're looking at for Mother's Day. So this is me filling up my candles on it. To start, I'm grabbing all of the Murano Glass collection candles that I have. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. This isn't necessarily like a collection video, like exactly what's in my collection. This is just really just me organizing it, and you're going to see me doing a lot of rearranging in this, but it's fine. So yeah, second grade, more Murano Glass candles. I had so many of those hot pink cocos. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Like I said, I like that scent. The shelf I'm working on currently is the second one from the bottom. And I am qualifying these candles as my spring and summer candles. So it's like spring into summer, a gradient effect, because like I don't really like summer candles that much, but I have them, so I'm putting those at the very bottom of things, but you'll see. I was really so excited to get these candle shelves up, and I just really wanted to get them organized. It's so much easier to do everything with candles when they're not just in crates. Like the crates are nice for storing them and stuff, but to actually see them for like usage and when I'm doing my projects and stuff, it's so much nicer to just have them on shelves. And then in this crate I have 3 Danbury shortbreads. I really love this candle, but I don't need any more as it sits, but that's what all of that one is. I really put that single wick that's over there, the pink lavender and espresso, I just put it there for looks because I'm not going to end up keeping it there. I will end up filling 3 wicks up the whole row, but yeah, that's just there for looks right now. If I had doubles of anything, I did my very best to put the oldest one in the front and then any following years in the back, just for like my personal purposes. It's not perfect, I have to say. You'll see as we get into it further. It's definitely not perfect, but it's not terrible. I mean, I think it's so much nicer. I personally think it's so much nicer not having it just in crates. Yeah, and here's where I just put that candle down on the bottom shelf because that wasn't going to stay there. It just wasn't going to stay there. I needed to be real with myself, but that roasted sesame is also not going to stay there, but it's fine. And then moving down to the very bottom shelf, I did have a crate of candles that I pulled out from my first round of spring and summer candles that were more like summer-ish instead of spring, and I wanted to put them on the bottom. So that's what I'm grabbing from right here. And then we have some just White Barn neutral candles, and I'm just going to keep them all in one line right there. And I would just like to keep them together, but yeah, and putting the roasted sesame down there because that's definitely like a late summer scent versus a springtime scent. So, and again, more reshuffling. I'm indecisive sometimes. What can I say? I also didn't want to have 2 yellow candles right next to each other, so I had to reshuffle again, but it's fine. And this whole crate here is the Blends candles from last summer. But yeah, like I said, this is the end of the spring and summer candles that I had. I still have a Project Use It Up that I'm doing right now, but I really hope to get through a decent amount and not be putting that many back into my collection. And then this final crate here is all burned candles, like partial burns. So I'm going to keep all of my partial burnt candles in a separate place. All of these that are on this rack are new. Okay, and then moving up to the second shelf from the top, we're going to start putting Christmas candles on here. And to really start, I have all of my burnt Christmas candles, so like I said, I'm going to put those to the side so they're not mixed in with the unburned ones. This shelf saw so much reorganizing when I got going. You know, I wasn't sure if I could fit 4 candles on this, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have to. It just was a whole thing for me mentally. So this one definitely saw the most shuffling and reorganizing out of everything that I had done with all this, but it's fine. It's all right. And I know I said I was trying to put my oldest candles in the front, and this was the shelf that I ran out of room for. and I wasn't able to do exclusively that for. So, you know, I have things to work towards, goals to work towards with my candle collection and stuff, because like, yes, it's a candle collection, but it's not a candle collection to like hold on to. My candle collection is a collection of candles to burn. So none of these are ones that I am like, oh, I'm never going to burn these. That's not what my collection is specifically. So having shelves now, I'm able to really give myself like a limit and a goal point of where I want to be with my candle collection. So I'm excited about that part of it. I am doing my very best to keep all like packaging ones together because that just keeps my brain satisfied. But yeah, I definitely ended up having to stack candles behind this front row. Like I wanted them all to be just the front row, and they are not all just the front row. So yeah, like I said, I have what I'm going to work towards now that I actually have everything out on a shelf. I know what I'm going to be working towards at this point. So thumbs up for me. Okay, and now this crate right here is all just the Perfect Christmas. It's all various years of the Perfect Christmas. That one's all going underneath everything, and I'm putting that one gray one is the Perfect Christmas, so that one's going to be used first this year. For this crate of fancy laid candles, I definitely wanted to sit it to the side before, until I knew what I was feeling overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough room. Oh my gosh. So I was like, okay, I need to set this aside, because the fancy lid ones are definitely ones that I would want to have displayed. So yeah, I just set those ones aside for the time being. And that's what I'm working at grabbing and figuring out what I'm going to put where right now are the fancy lid candles at this point. I really like picking those ones up when they come out every year, so I have a decent amount of them. But really don't ever pay any of those ridiculous price points that they have for them, because they're like $30 at like the main price point, and like that's silly. So like I get these on for like $10-11 at the most. So, and then moving up to the next shelf, this is going to be just fall candles, and this one was also a little bit of an overstock. I didn't want to put any candles on the very top shelf initially, not of Bath and Body Works, but as I got through my fall candles, I was like, girl, you need to put more fall candles somewhere. So the whole top is filled with fall candles. I didn't film that because I was very overwhelmed at that point in time. I was like, okay, we are going to just come back to it another day. And when I came back to it another day, I didn't record anything more, but there are definitely candles on the very top. It's 2 more layers of candles on the top. It's fall candles. But yeah, definitely more shuffling of candles up here. That was by far what I did so much of this night. So much candle shuffling. And these are all my fancy lid Halloween candles that I have. So again, I wanted to make sure they had like a front and center viewpoint. That was like my whole thing behind having the fancy candles out. So we got these guys right out and about. I don't think the video quite conveys just how overwhelmed I had been at this point of doing things with these candles, because I did this all at once. I started at the bottom and I just went up, and I just couldn't anymore. So I do have 3 fall neutral candles. So, okay, again, these are all going to be bunched together. And here I found a pumpkin carving from an earlier year than the other ones that I had, and as I was going to put it on the shelf, I realized that it was burned. So I was like, okay, well, it's going with my burned candles again. And this again is the crate of burned candles. But yeah, I had to put that one off to the side. I don't want to have burned candles on this shelf. That's not what I'm doing with this. So yeah. Okay, so I'm planning on this being at the end of putting this shelf together. So up here, you can't see it, but I have 2 candles stacked on top of each other going across this whole thing. It's the remainder of the candles that we didn't see me put on the shelf. I can get you in for a close-up if you'd prefer, but it just is kind of what it is right now. It was definitely a journey to go through all of my candles and put everything everywhere. I have so many candle crates this is a small piece of the candle crates that I have after emptying all these out. And to be completely honest, my microphone is sitting on another stack of candle crates, but it's like a whole thing. I'm just trying to get organized. I really just want my candles to be organized so that way when it comes to sales and stuff, like SAS that's coming up really quickly, I really want to be able to just come down here and see what I have for doubles and not have to sort through totes and crates and because like the crates are helpful to store them in, but they're just not ideal for like knowing what you have all the time. That all being rambled on about, I contemplated doing one of the videos that everybody else is doing where it's what you should or shouldn't buy, or what I'm buying, what I'm not going to buy. But you know, that's just not my journey here on YouTube. I am the one who does the project Use It Up. So I like going through what I have. I also like buying CUC hauls also, but I also really want to promote the good sales that they have at Bath & Body Works and the quality sales and deals and everything. So I think that's what I'm going to work on focusing on going forward here, because that's where I am anyways. Like that's where I am personally, and like that's what I'm doing in my life. So I mean, I may as well make my videos about what I'm doing in my life, right? So I'm not doing one of those videos. You can watch all of the other content creators out there who have made those videos. They're wonderful. Like they are great people. There is so many out there. You will not have a hard time finding one to give you tips and stuff for SAS. We are having eczema flare-ups in our house, so we are cutting down on a lot of things, and that involves my perfumes. So that also includes body sprays. So there's going to be a screeching halt on my Bath & Body Works project Use It Up for my body care with my fine fragrance mist. But you know what? It's fine. It'll be okay. They'll be there when I'm done going through this season of life. They'll be here. It's okay. Candles are really what I'm focusing my time and efforts in on, I believe. At least at the moment. Candles are what I'm focusing my time and efforts in. I know everybody seems to really like body care, but body care is just not my journey in life right now. So, candles. I may potentially have some candles stacked behind there that aren't doubles because I ran out of room for my Christmas candles. Okay, in my defense, guys, okay, I was, yes, on a buying spree of candles, and now I'm on a using spree. So, but so yeah, the top two shelves are fall, and there's just doubles behind them. And for the winter shelf, it's just this one shelf, but there are some extra candles stacked behind these two that aren't related to this because I didn't have room to front and face them. Okay, so my intentions as the season goes forward and as 2024 finishes up through the last half of it is to not have any candles stored up top here. You can't see them on the screen, but I would really like to not have any candles stored up here. Maybe like my not Bath & Body Works candles, that would be a good place for them to go, but right now it's fall candles. But these candles, I'm okay with having my fall candles on this shelf. I would just like to reduce the number. I don't have a number exactly I would like to reduce it by, but I would just like to reduce the number. Christmas and winter candles. I need to not have a stack behind there of not front and face candles. Christmas candles and winter candles really get to me. They're wonderful, but that being said, I need to burn through them. I need to minimally purchase as I'm going forward. I do want to do some more reviews on here. So there's going to be that, but I need to make sure I'm not buying too many of the candles I'm reviewing. But that's just for me to know. But yeah, so like this is just me rambling. I hope you guys are getting ready for SAS, and if it's already SAS, I hope you're hauling and having super fun times and getting all the best deals. I hope I'm finding cool 75% off candles personally. So yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching me put my candle shelf together down here in my basement and then hear me ramble. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.